For Chinese people, the term high-speed rail is commonplace, but for Indonesians, it's something they could only imagine in their wildest dreams. Before collaborating with China, the Jakarta-Bandung route was served by a century-old railway, chugging along at a top speed of 60 km per hour, slower than our ordinary trains. Each round trip took 6 hours, leaving Indonesians frustrated but resigned to the situation. However, in 2015, when China decided to collaborate with Indonesia to build the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, Indonesians were initially skeptical and even had some attempts to obstruct the project. But after interactions with Chinese personnel, their attitudes underwent a complete transformation. In this video, we'll focus on the recently opened Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, discussing the following aspects: significantly boosting local employment, the challenging construction process, astonishing local passengers, plans for an extension. Chinese construction workers first procured materials locally, amounting to over $5.1 billion in data, bringing employment opportunities to over 50,000 locals. During railway construction, China extensively tapped into local labor resources. Villagers from the Maranggangking village, who previously worked at shoe factories elsewhere, with China's assistance, smoothly transitioned into becoming welders, contributing to the high-speed rail construction. When comparing the income of welders to that of shoemakers, it's evident that the former earns more. Their economic situation has significantly improved. According to statistics, China has cumulatively trained 45,000 Indonesian employees. The support from Indonesian citizens accelerated the construction progress of the Jakarta-Bandung Railway. However, the geological conditions posed as a significant obstacle for Chinese construction workers. The route faced numerous challenges like volcanoes, fractures, and landslides. To overcome these hurdles, the design team meticulously mapped out detailed geological surveys based on geological maps and satellite images, providing robust technical support. The sixth tunnel of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail spans 4,478 meters and grapples with highly complex geological conditions compounded by high groundwater levels, posing immense construction challenges. Despite these hurdles, China Railway Construction Corporation (CRCC) wasn't deterred. They ensured construction progress and safety by implementing additional methods like footlocks and wall grouting. While the challenges in Tunnel 6 were significant, they paled in comparison to Tunnel 2. According to a staff member from China's Hydropower 7th Bureau, who participated in the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail project, despite facing various geological conditions during their construction work, Tunnel 2 presented an entirely unique challenge. The tunnel was comprised of expansive mudstones, highly unstable and prone to instant fracturing upon exposure to air or transforming into a soft mud puddle when in contact with water. During the construction of Tunnel 2, the monthly progress, which used to be 15 meters elsewhere, decreased to 3 meters. At times, they even encountered situations where the excavation speed turned negative due to severe collapses. Several domestic and international experts were invited to the site by the project team multiple times. Eventually, by combining everyone's expertise, they successfully resolved this issue. Despite Tunnel 2's modest length of 1,052 meters, a train passing from entrance to exit took only about 10 seconds, but it took over 3 years to excavate this segment. Aside from tunneling, bridging mountains is also a common practice in high-speed rail construction. For instance, the first long bridge of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, Bridge 2, spans 36 kilometers with a total of 24 continuous beams, all constructed within an extremely confined construction area. According to relevant statistics, the railway foundation constitutes only 26.8%, whereas bridges account for a substantial 61.5%. In comparison, tunnels make up a smaller proportion at 11.7%. Seeing China's genuine commitment to building their railways, Indonesian citizens no longer opposed the idea. Initially, they had been eagerly awaiting the completion of the railway and, after that, the opening date to experience the China speed firsthand. Finally, in November 2022, the trial run of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail commenced. Many local internet celebrities arrived at the site to livestream the arrival of the fully dressed in red train, affectionately calling it Komodo. As they boarded, they immediately began testing if the train lived up to the rumors of its magical capabilities. They stood a coin upright, causing onlookers to shake their heads in disbelief, then turned and placed a mineral water bottle upside down on the train. Despite the rapid scenery outside, they almost believed the train was stationary because both the coin and the water bottle stood firmly in place. This feat was achievable thanks to China's Pangang Group's black technology, known for speeding across their tracks, allowing passengers to sleep as peacefully as babies. This statement alone underscores the advancement of their technology. The 100-meter steel tracks they manufacture boast deviations not exceeding 0.1 millimeters, an internationally unmatched standard. Even before the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail opened, the Indonesian government conducted a comprehensive survey. For most, they hoped ticket prices would hover around $25. Later, Indonesia's Minister of Transportation publicly stated that the fare would likely range from $17 to $20, delighting the Indonesian people immensely. The price was unexpectedly affordable. Considering that the local slow trains from Jakarta to Bandung charged $35, the high-speed rail's fare, halved at just over 40 minutes, made it a formidable attraction. Since the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail commenced operation, Indonesians have been beaming with joy. Each train ride is fully booked, failing to meet local demands, forcing authorities to double train frequencies. Surprisingly, even with doubled services, the trains remained packed. Witnessing this, the Indonesian government requested China to construct an extension. However, upon hearing this request, China seemed hesitant, signaling an inclination to reject the idea. What could be the reason behind this change? Speaking of extensions, it wasn't a spontaneous whim of the Indonesian government. As everyone knows, Indonesia is hailed as the Thousand Islands nation and had previously proposed the concept of being a global maritime fulcrum. However, due to infrastructure limitations, these plans remained in the conceptual stage. When China offered the golden ticket of high-speed rail, it naturally evoked memories of their past aspirations, leading to the request. But for China, extending the line in Indonesia might not be suitable at the moment. Firstly, there are technical considerations. Despite building the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, China gained deep insights into Indonesia's geology. Accepting without on-site inspections would entail significant uncertainties. Secondly, there's the financial aspect. For instance, for the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, China provided loans to Indonesia. With operations only just beginning, who would finance the extension? Indonesia would likely incur substantial debts in the near future. Thirdly, there are international factors. While China's robust infrastructure capabilities are increasingly recognized, it's not the scenario favored by countries like the US and Japan. There will likely be opposition, even underhanded attempts to sabotage China's fair bidding. Lastly, there's the issue of profitability. While the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail connects two developed regions, an extension would traverse areas with low population density and economic backwardness, making ensuring returns challenging. Clearly, although Indonesia yearns for an extension, they lack the current capacity to undertake such a project. In conclusion, the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail has entirely transformed Southeast Asia's history of no high-speed rails. For Indonesia, it not only enhances connectivity between the two regions but also generates significant employment opportunities. Hence, the distance from Jakarta to Bandung now takes just over 40 minutes. Certainly, this railway holds extraordinary significance for China. It marks their first contract for comprehensive global high-speed rail ventures, ensuring China's high-speed rail will shine brilliantly on the international stage. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We genuinely appreciate your support.